They are ready. So here is the great and one and only Kenny Baker.
And then Josh Gray.
Make them welcome, all right.
Lord have mercy. There you go. Just waiting on my man to come here. Y'all ready?
Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Wake up, darling Corey, what makes you sleep so sound? Mommy robbers are coming, they're gonna tear your playhouse down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Well, the last time I seen darling Corey on the banks of the deep blue sea, she had a 44 buckle around her and a banjo on her knee. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Wake up, darling Corey, and go get me my gun. I ain't no man for trouble, but I'll die before I dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Glory down.
Thank you so much. We're going to ask Kenny if he'll come up and play a couple of good fiddle tunes. He seemed to enjoy him on that other set out here. And I never know what he's going to play. I'm just going to turn him loose and let him run.
I have no idea either. Play in B flat, boy. I'm getting so old, my memory's gone.
Huh?
I can't remember what I wanted to play.
Huh? That's right.
Are we ready, Orchestra?
so much. I told him that string wasn't going to last but another year. Now you've got me out.
You can't blame the boy. He's born to change his strings while ago, and I wouldn't let him.
I've tuned with everybody. I'm not with anybody. They didn't think we was making it. Got another band behind us here now. I don't know what we're getting ready to.
What?
You boys come out here to bail us out? Yeah. You know, this group right here is one of the finest groups going, and this little chubby banjo picker worked with, he worked for me when he was about 13 years old. And he always wanted to get on the sound man. He'd seen Sonny Osborne do that, I think. But anyway, they got one of the finest groups going right now.
One thing about we got a big orchestra here.
Boy, I hope we don't have to pay all of them. I don't know what's going on up here, but we're going to find out in a minute or two.
Shine on. shining. Shine on the one that's gonna prove untrue. Blooming up Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna let me blue. It was on a moonlit night, the stars shine bright, and he whispered from our heart, your love will say goodbye. Blooming up Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna say goodbye.
Baker, we're sounding better all the time with our group. Yeah. Edgar didn't think we'd make it by ourselves. They
Well, they got the Undertaker waiting on us out here.
yeah. Steve Dillon here is going to want to do one of my old tunes that I recorded with Lester and Earl back in the 50s. I didn't like it very much till somebody come along in the 60s and recorded it and sold 3 million, and I learned to love it. Called Shucking the Corn. Well, we added up there for a minute, didn't we? Now,
I believe them boys too young for you and me and John.
I believe they are too.
I'm afraid so.
Well, you know they ain't run as many roads
Send
as
them
we
the
have
next
yet.
victim.
What is it?
I want them to send the next victims in.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, tell you the truth. Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know what we're doing, folks. You're kidding. Oh, you know that.
something going on, I'll tell you that right now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, kick it up. I'll put you in.
Go. There she goes, eating that coal. Watch her fly, look at herself. Let her fly, 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 our Bowman. Let her go, look at her still. Hear her blow, whistle and scream like a hound dog wagging his tail. Tell us down, 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 our Bowman. Sway. Get that curve out of the way. Watch her fly, look at herself. Let her fly, 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 come on, time. Tracks are clear, look at her climb. See that freight clear the rail. I bet she's late, 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 the fireball man. Swerve, look at her sway. Get that curve out of the way. Watch her fly, look at herself. Let her fly, 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 How about that? It ain't every day we get to play with Kenny and Josh. This is a lot of fun, man. Wow. This is one of those days that you'll never forget the day or the time or anything about it. We're going to do an old Bill Monroe song, and I've heard Kenny Baker kick this off a lot of times, and it's one of my all-time favorites. If he could do it maybe today.
What is it? Sweet Blue-Eyed Darling. What key you doing now? B.
Yeah, we got a song that we just wrote especially for this occasion, and we're gonna get Kenny to kick it off.
Got you this time.
I'm steady on it, man.
He says he'll have to study on it for a second. Well, I'm sure he can do it.
14 years. I haven't played that kind of stuff. These guys kill me here.
You're my sweet blood, darling, and my love belongs to you. Years come and go, but I still love you. And I see your smiling face. Tell me, love, that you need me, and no one's gonna take your place. You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, is love me good and be true. And today I need an answer, and I want to hear you say you don't belong to another, and in my arms you're gonna stay. You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, is to love me good and be true. You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, is love me good and be true. Love me good and be true.
I've got an idea. Edgar and Eunice is behind this. I never seen as many pickers in my life. Now I forgot what I was gonna pick. Who is it? What is it? What am I doing wrong?
Something wrong here.
Standing out here, I think.
Our orchestra left, Josh.
They all left. Our group thought they had to go too.
Oh, we got that
I hope
silver-haired
not.
daddy of mine, Dale, coming out here. Dale McCoury. Why, sure he's coming.
Well, I want you to listen. Dale
And
McCoury's
look
coming
at
out.
this. Look at this.
Son, they moving on too, I'll guarantee you.
I'm gonna get over here and sit down. I'm gonna let this boy do my part. Please.
Well, I tell you, we're glad to get out here with Josh Gray, Kenny Baker, and this long banjo picker over here, and this short guitar picker. Let's see here.
Baker, I see we in more trouble now.
What you say? Josh, do you remember this song here? I can't eat and I can't sleep. All I do is sit and cry.
footsteps at my door. I keep asking myself why we ever said goodbye. And I guess I've shed a million tears or more. On my mind, on my mind, you're always in my heart and on my mind. Once I thought my love had died, darling, here's what I find. You're always in my heart and on my mind. Seems I miss you most of all, yeah, when twilight shadows fall. What a fool I was to ever let you go. If longing for you now could only bring you back somehow, you'd be here in these empty arms, I know. On my mind, on my mind, you're always in my heart and on my mind. Once I thought my love had died, darling, here's what I find. You're always in my heart and on my mind. Hi, one, Josh. Kenny? I can remember, I can still hear Josh playing that on that 78.
Boy, Josh, don't you think Dale looks awful big to be playing that little small guitar like that? He's grown a lot since I knew him.
The rumor's going around he's going to give that to me. I don't know.
Well,
I miss that. You know, I do have a bubble here. I don't know whether to put my belt below it or above it. Kenny's about fell away to nothing, ain't you, Kenny?
well,
But you're looking good.
if you get in trouble like I did, buddy, you'll lose weight as either that or just starve to death.
You look good anyway, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
My wife run me off from home.
Did she run you off?
Yeah. Wouldn't let me have no water. She had my water cut off, took my meter out.
Yeah.
I ain't kidding you. Then I had to go to hospital.
Did? Yeah.
They gave me a big diet, and I lost 45 pounds.
They gave him a shot, brought him to.
Believe it or not.
Brought him 2 more.
Is that right? Yeah. But I'm glad you're here today, Kenny, fiddling. I tell you, you know, I started to play with Bill Monroe back when Kenny Baker had been with him about 4 years, 5, 6, something like that, and he was hotter than a $2 pistol about that
Boy, you
time.
better believe it.
And so I remember we was riding along one day, and me and Kenny smoked, but Kenny didn't have to do as much singing with the chief as I did I? Or you did? No, he didn't have to, and Kenny always called Bill Monroe the chief, you know. And he told me one day we was riding along, and I was smoking them cigarettes, you know, and he said, "Son, if you're gonna sing with the chief, you better quit them cigarettes." Oh, but we had a good time, and I'll tell you what, ain't nobody plays a tone like Kenny Baker. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing I did for Monroe. I got him one of the best lead singers in the business. This boy right here, he'd have never worked a lick with Bill had I not. I knew him in Baltimore, Maryland, right?
Yep, and he talked me into it. Sure did.
Now, buddy, I got to tell you something. One of the finest he ever had, right here.
Thanks, Kenny. I'll tell you another thing. One time, not too long ago, we was over at this big, tall banjo picker's house, Larry Perkins, and Earl Scruggs was there, and Josh played a break on the dobro, and Earl Scruggs said, "Josh, you still play that tone." And he does, don't he? Yeah. I don't know what to do next, fella. What do you think we're going to do, kid?
Well, you're the host, brother. Light it.
We can do the True Life Blues, Roll On Buddy, Roll On, and I don't know. I don't know if Kenny, Kenny. You know, Kenny used to sing a lot, though. He sang on I Saw the Light album. You folks remember the Bill Monroe I Saw the Light album? Kenny did all the baritone on that album. I bet you folks didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people, they'll go out now and just, they'll price in stores buying that album.
I think if you was singing, I think I'll go get me one of them.
Go ahead and kick it off. I'll help you.
Okay, we've got to keep things are going here, I guess, and we're just having a big time. We hope you folks are. I'm gonna sing one this is the only one that I really recorded with Bill Monroe that ever got released, Kenny. Only one song after all that talking, you know, and we only got one release that I sang on, and that was that Roll On Buddy.
Boy, you was way short of me. Was that me?
Kenny had, well, I bet he's got 100 released with Bill Monroe, and I never got in on any of them. Kenny made me stay home when they recorded.
I did not.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Roll on, buddy, roll on. He wouldn't rust so starve and he wouldn't know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. I've got a good woman just the same. Buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. He wouldn't know so starve and he wouldn't know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. machine. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. He wouldn't rust his life and he wouldn't know. So roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. He wouldn't rust his life and he wouldn't know. So roll on, buddy, roll on.
They'll be on a few minutes. Holler at them up there. They're going backstage right now. Well, we're on our own again, Kenny. Well, that's the best idea you've had all day.
Oh, we got some more here, buddy.
We do? Lord have mercy.
Are you kidding? That's right. You want to go Kenny? Oh, surely not. Not Charlie Waller in that moment.
At least we got him wearing a hat.
One.
You got to be kidding.
Isn't that pretty? Well, here we are. Well, it's a band I've always wanted. Look at here. And this is certainly nice to do this, and it's a very nice pleasure, privilege to be out here with these fellas. They are certainly inspiration to so many musicians, myself and all of us, and we really do appreciate being here. Kenny and Josh, two of the best fellas in the world, and we thought it's time somebody said so. And, this song here is certainly something everybody knows, and I don't think anybody's done it here today, but in tribute, this is the Foggy Mountain Breakdown. through my, ever since we started playing music, through the years we've done so many Flat and Scruggs songs, and I got backstage thinking, I don't know all of any one of them now, but I've been, hello? Give me a spoonful of what he's been drinking. Anyway, this song here I think's kind of got a good open place in it for fiddle and dobro, and it's called "Today's Been a Lonesome Day." He don't know all the words to it yet. Just watch my lips.
I will. I'll read it.
Read my.
Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. And tomorrow's gonna be the same old way. They carried my mother to the burying ground. They carried my mother to the burying ground. They carried my mother to the burying ground. I watched and never laid it down. Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. And tomorrow's gonna be the same old way. Did you ever hear a church bell tone? Did you ever hear a church bell tone? Did you ever hear a church bell tone? You may know by that she's dead and gone. Oh, dig my grave with a silver spade. Oh, dig my grave with a silver spade. Oh, dig my grave with a silver spade. To mark the place where I may lay. Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. Today has been a lonesome day. And tomorrow's gonna be the same old way.
Thank you very much. It's certainly nice. We didn't plan on but 2 songs here. Is that? Yeah, 2. Well, we've enjoyed it very much, and we're going to be back here about 7:45. So, my congratulations to you fellas, some of the finest, and we certainly enjoyed it.
I get all the dirty work. Well, that's quite an honor to have those guys come out here, and we appreciate that so much, Melvin.
What did you think about all these entertainers coming out here today and doing
me
this?
there for a minute.
Don't you think, hey, folks, don't nobody move. Stay right where you at. Don't move, because I want you to stay right where you at. Don't move. The best is yet to come. You gonna stay with me? That's what I want you to say. It starts with a Y. It starts with an N. I don't want to hear it. That stands for no. 2 fellows here is dedicated, has given their life for this kind of music. And they proved to you today with some of the entertainers that came out here and showed you exactly what they could do. They're longtime friends of mine, Kenny Baker and Josh Graves. I watched them play a many times, rode and traveled a many mile when Josh was with Flat and Scruggs. And when Kenny Baker, I remember the first show that Kenny Baker ever played with Bill Monroe. He just left Don Gibson, Knoxville, Tennessee, played the Bluefield City Auditorium. I'll never forget the funniest thing. Kenny didn't have a hat to wear that night. I knew Kenny because I got acquainted with Kenny in 1953 in Pikeville, Kentucky, at WLSI, when he worked with Cuddles Newsom and
Melvin and
Stewart, Esther Stewart, and boys down there. And I've always admired his fiddle playing. I don't think there's anybody who'll ever play a fiddle any better and never play one greater than Kenny Baker.
True.
And I want to tell you something else too. I went to Bill Monroe's home in Nashville, Tennessee, about February a year ago past. This poor Bill got sick and had to go in the hospital, and went out to his little cabin there where he lived. And he was the only fiddle player's picture was hanging over his fireplace, Kenny Baker. And he was the only, of all the fiddlers. Now, Bill Monroe's had some great fiddlers. Now, I want to tell you, Chubby Wise, a great fiddler, went down, and all of them. But this man's picture was hanging over the fireplace in Bill Monroe's little cabin. And he always said Kenny Baker was the greatest fiddler in bluegrass.
Maybe he's trying to cover up a hole in the wall, Melvin.
Joyce said Kenny had a hole he needed to patch the sheetrock. Kenny, I don't believe I'd buy that, do you?
Yeah, I do.
I thought he was your buddy.
You take a man that you travel with 23 years and he'll go 12 years and not even speak to you just because you got mad and quit?
Yeah, but Kenny, everything was all right, though. Everything got straightened out, didn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes,
I'm
I've got
glad
the
of that.
last tape Bill ever recorded. I'm supposed to do a whole album on it, and I'm planning on it if I can last another year or so.
Kenny, if he was here today, he would love you better than anything in the world. He loves you.
Why, yeah, you wouldn't leave me alone.
Well, the thing about it was he didn't want you to leave. That was the problem. He said you was the greatest fiddler, and he didn't want you to leave.
And when he come with me, Bill turned against me.
See what I mean?
And he wouldn't speak to me either for several years there. I finally broke him out of it, you know.
Well, he went 3 years, wouldn't speak to me neither.
I know.
He come to my house one night, ate supper. He's been my friend ever since. He was.
You know, stop thinking maybe he just didn't talk much.
No, he sure thought a lot, though.
Yeah.
Right now, I want you two fellas remain where you're at. This won't take long. This is something as well overdue and well past due of all the years these two fellas have spent on the road and traveled. And, you know, people think musicians has an easy life. But back when this fellow over here played the fiddle and Josh Graves, of course, myself and Ray traveled, we didn't have any air-conditioned buses to ride in.
Oh,
We didn't have any motels. We didn't have anything like that. We had to travel the little two-lane roads and hit every red light in town and
We never would have went
sleep on one another's shoulders for pillars
That's right.
and everything.
I
Kenny, I'd say you have.
No, sir.
Never did. You never rode a station wagon?
yeah, with the bass.
I have, but I wouldn't
Said
let
Josh said he used to babysit.
I wouldn't let nobody sleep on my shoulder now.
Well, it all depends whose shoulder you're laying on.
According to how big that shoulder is.
How big
ain't
his
it?
shoulder was.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move along here right now. I got two people back here that I want to bring up, and of course they are the founders and they are the originators and they are the people that's made it all possible for the greatest festival in the state of West Virginia, any other state. And I'm so proud that I get asked to come here every year and help put my little part into it and help MC and help do the work. I appreciate it so much. This makes my 14th year here, and these folks are great people, and they deserve a lot of credit. And at this time, I would like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Edgar Kitchen. A nice hand. Come on, get up from there. Get up from there. Come on, get up. I want the standing ovation. They deserve it. And now you can sit back down. And at this time, I want to bring Mr. Kitchen in. He loves Kenny Baker's fiddling, and Mrs. Kitchen, worst thing, they got a little something that they want to say to you right now. The ladies before gentlemen. Mrs. Kitchen, you coming right in here, and I want you to get this mic. You say what you want to say, because you own the place.
To Josh Graves, this award is given in recognition of many years of outstanding contribution in preserving, promoting, and performing bluegrass music, the cultural heritage of Appalachia. Presented by Eunice and Edgar Kitchen, and on behalf of all attending our Music in the Mountains Music Festival at Summersville, West Virginia on June the 27th, 1997.
Isn't that nice? I knew Edgar looked funny back there today. He had something cooking. I want you to know that I appreciate this very much coming from you people. I appreciate it.
Now, Edgar, you on the other half. You come in and say what you want to say.
All right.
Do a good job, son.
To my old fiddling buddy.
Get in that mic, Edgar, so they can hear you.
To my old fiddling buddy, Kenny Baker. To a gentleman and a great friend, and the greatest bluegrass fiddler in the world. I agree with Bill Monroe when he said that, and Bill would know. You know.
You're going to read that piece of paper.
Now I would like to present to Kenny. This award is given in recognition of many years of outstanding contribution in preserving, promoting, and performing bluegrass music, the cultural heritage of Appalachia. And this is presented by Edgar and Eunice Kitchen on behalf of all of the attending our Music in the Mountains here in West Virginia, Summersville, West Virginia, this June the 27th, 1997. Thank you all for coming.
I need that. I need all the support I can get for that. Now this right here really makes me feel great. I thought Edgar and Eunice was too tight to buy me one of these. Now you know I'm kidding. These people have been my friends, I don't know how many years now. Before I ever worked for them, you came to a workshop down in Charleston, right? That's where I met these people. Edgar said, well, Kenny, I can beat you a playing, but he ain't done it yet. But I appreciate this in the highest. I really appreciate this.
They couldn't have gone in more deserving than you and
Couldn't get away with it.
you and Joyce. I think we should call it Kenny Baker and Joyce Gray.
This is Kenny Baker and Josh Gray's days. Now, before you leave, if anybody made pictures of what went on here today from the beginning to the end, Mrs. and Mrs. Kitchen said they would sure like to have a copy of the pictures of all the great bands that's been on here today with Kenny Baker, one of the greatest friends that me and Ray ever had. Me and Ray always admired Kenny's fiddle playing, and Uncle Josh. Fellas, not only that, I'll tell you what we got to kind of add to the bonus just a little bit. You know, you've got them, you can take them home, but there's so many people would like to have a copy of that trophy, and these envelopes are packed full of copies, just what's on your trophy that you can take home. If you've got special friends, if you want to hand these autographed. Josh, this is yours. It's just like your plaque. And Kenny, this is like your plaque. There's special things wrote up in there.
I thought you was going to hold out on me on that.
I will never do that.
To Charlie Waller and Ray Deaton and all the others.
Mr. Kitchen brought this to my attention back. He said, Melvin, he talked me way back, it was back early in the winter. He said, he said, Ray Deaton and Charlie Waller got out here one day. You know how people gets around and jams and picks and swaps stories in bluegrass? And he said, next year I think we need to pay a special contribute to Kenny Baker and Josh Gray's. And Mr. Kitchen called me about it, and I said, I think it's a great idea. So we got together, and Mr. Kitchen called me. So we want to thank Ray Deaton of the Third Time Out, the Lonesome River Band, Dale McCoury, and the great Charlie Waller for taking a part in this, coming out and participating today. Where else could you go and get this money for what money you spent here? You've seen enough to put on 5 festivals here this weekend at Summersville. How many of you enjoyed it and you're going to come back? All right. Fellers, good luck to you, and I hope that you got many more years left, and we can still be friends and keep bluegrass music going on. Thank you so much. Stand here, fellas. They want a picture, Josh and Kenny. Come here, Josh. They want to get a picture of you and Kenny. And the Kitchens. Mr. Kitchen, Kenny, and Josh, and Edgar, and Eunice, they want a picture of y'all. And be sure and give them some pictures of this whole thing from the time it started to it's over. Come right on out here, Miss Kitchen.
Hold it.
Get over here beside you, buddy.
Here Kenny's my favorite fiddling buddy.
Here we go. I know how to play politics.
Kenny knows how to get back next year.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Kenny will be back as long as we have him here. I hope he will.
Well, I don't want you to fall and break your legs.
No.
I want to be.
Come here, Harold
I
Mitchell.
want you to be rich for it.
I want a word from Harold. Everybody stay where you at just a minute. I want a word from Harold Mitchell, too, before we leave the stage. Harold Mitchell, would you come in and say a word?
Well, I'm proud to say that I've known Josh Graves since about 1956. I was a junior in high school, and Josh was a young man then. I admired him so very much. Got in the United States Army, won me a dobro, wrote him a letter, and he wrote me a nice letter back. Boy, I wish I'd have bought that dobro, Josh. Always admired Josh Graves so very much. Kenny Baker, one of my Kenny Baker stores, used to bring Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys into Galax. Wayne Lewis, who sang lead with Bill, and I were good friends, and Kenny were in the motel room in Galax. Kenny had the TV set on. You remember this? Kenny was watching TV, and me and Wayne Lewis was sitting on the other side of the bed. I was trying to sing like Hollow Brown, and Wayne was trying to teach me to play the guitar. And we was getting ready to go to eat breakfast, and I said to Kenny, because I knew Kenny is just the best fiddle player in the world, and I just sort of said it for a joke. I said, Kenny, play that tune on the guitar. He played Brown Ferry Blues, and I want to pick a flat-top guitar in front of that man now for nothing. So he's a great guitar player, too. Well, they do now.
Well, that ends that right now. That ends the reunion there of Kenny Baker and Josh Graves, but everybody stay where you at because the Larkin family's coming out. I tell you what, you got to. Jack, we'll set the sound set, and we'll get on with the show regular now. The Larkin family will be next. So hope you enjoyed everything, folks. I thought this was a great thing, didn't y'all?
All right. Well, I'll tell you, I can get just like Barney Fife, boy. Get talking about old Kenny and old Josh there, and wasn't that a great event right there, folks? Yeah. I remember Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and the Foggy Mountain Boys and Josh and Jake and Paul Warren, Curly Seckler would come into Galax, Virginia on Monday night at the high school and fill that auditorium full. People would have to set out in aisles, put chairs out in aisles. And that auditorium, I think then, maybe seated 800, 1,000 people. And that was really something on a Monday night. All right, we're ready now for some fine music here.